Today, we're diving into something called spiritual hygiene. Now, stick with me here because it's a really simple idea that could fundamentally change how you feel day to day. So, let's jump right in. So, let's kick things off with a feeling I bet a lot of you know. You ever have those days where you just feel off, kind of heavy, maybe a little anxious, or just foggy, and you can't for the life of you figure out why? Well, according to what we're looking at today, there's actually a very clear reason for that. And this slide, it just nails the core idea. Look, we all get physical hygiene, right? You shower, you brush your teeth. It's just what you do. It's automatic. But what if we applied that same logic to our inner world? A kind of hygiene for our mind, our emotions, our energy. Okay, so what exactly are we talking about here? Spiritual hygiene. It's basically the daily practice of clearing, aligning, and protecting your energy. And here's the most important part. It's not about adding more stuff to your to-do list. It's about removing the gunk, the interference, so your own natural intelligence and clarity can just function properly. Because see, without this kind of practice, we just collect all this, energetic debris is a great way to put it. I mean, just think about a typical day. The arguments you overhear, the stressful news, even just other people's bad moods. It all sticks to you. And that buildup? That's so often the real reason we end up feeling heavy, anxious, confused, or just plain worn out. All right, to really get a handle on this, we need to look at a simple framework. Think of it as your 4 energetic bodies and how they all work as one interconnected system. So here they are. You've got your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, and your spiritual body, or your aura. And the most important thing to grasp here is that they're all connected. You can't separate them. So when one gets kind of polluted or out of whack, you better believe it's going to affect all the others. It's a domino effect. Let's start with the physical one, because it's the most obvious. Your body isn't just a machine, right? It's more like a living diary. It stores trauma and emotional memories as real physical tension in your muscles and tissues. It's why something like jumping in the ocean can feel so incredible. That water literally helps your body discharge all that built-up energetic and electrical stress. Okay, next up is the mental body. Think of your mind like a radio receiver that's just constantly scanning for signals. Social media, the news, your own anxieties, it never stops. So mental hygiene starts with this one incredibly powerful idea. I am not my thoughts. The second you realize you can just watch your thoughts go by without getting swept away by them, that's when you start taking your power back. And then there's the emotional body. Emotions are meant to be energy in motion. They're supposed to flow through us. But what do? We bottle them up. We suppress grief or anger or fear. And they don't just disappear. Nope. They become this frozen energy that gets stuck in our nervous system. And guess how that shows up later? As anxiety, fatigue, sometimes even chronic pain. Okay, so that's the what and the why. Enough theory, right? Let's get practical. We're going to open up a toolkit for clarity and look at some super simple but really powerful practices. And there's one tool in particular that gets highlighted for being both incredibly simple and seriously powerful. It's a visualization practice called the golden sphere. It's really, really straightforward. You can even try this right now if you want. You just start by imagining a sphere of brilliant, warm, golden light. And just see that sphere of light completely surrounding your entire body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, like you're inside this safe, glowing, protective bubble. Now, this is super important. This isn't just you daydreaming. You're creating a conscious energy field, and it responds to your intention. You are the one directing it. You're totally in control here. So what does it actually do? Well, by holding this image in your mind, your intention is creating a space where any negative energy just dissolves the moment it touches the sphere. It's a space where all that emotional gunk can finally be released, and your nervous system can calm down, and your mind can just get quiet. Okay, that sounds amazing, right? But how do we make this a real consistent habit? Let's look at a few super simple daily practices that you can actually fit into your life. Check out this simple routine. First thing in the morning, just 5 minutes. Do the golden sphere thing to set your energy for the day. Midday, when things get crazy, pause. Take 3 deep breaths, feel your feet on the ground. It takes, 30 seconds? Then at night, before you sleep, just imagine all the stress from the day dissolving into light. That's it. It's totally doable and it makes a huge difference. Oh, and here's another massive tool that requires basically zero effort: get outside. Seriously, just being in nature, a forest, near the ocean, whatever, it does the spiritual hygiene for you. The energy fields in nature automatically calm our nervous systems down and hit the reset button. It's like nature's free cleansing service. So, where does all this lead? What's the point of all this? Well, it leads us down the path to alignment, which, and this is key, is actually our natural state. And the payoff for doing this stuff regularly it's huge. We're not talking about some mystical, far-off goal. We're talking about real, tangible changes. Your mind gets clearer. You're not so reactive emotionally. Your body literally feels lighter. That gut feeling, your intuition, it gets way stronger. And making decisions suddenly becomes so much easier. And this might be the most important takeaway of all. Spiritual hygiene is not about trying to become some new, better person. It's about clearing away all the junk so you can return to who you already are. It's about getting back to your natural state of being. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on. We've gotten so used to feeling stressed and anxious that most of us just think, well, that's normal. That's just life. But what if it's not? What if your true natural state isn't stress, but clarity?